So this video is intended, the procedure, if you have a cup jam or if you have a problem with your cup drop, these are the things that you should do. The machine is running and then you have a cup jam. First thing to do, take the cups out, take the sleeve off, and then unjam the cups. So what you're going to do is you're just going to pull all the cups out. Whatever cup is jammed, you're going to unjam it, whether you have to push it through the bottom, pull it through the top, whatever it takes to get it unstuck. And then you're going to make a couple checks. You're going to take the sleeves off. And the things you're going to check for is you're just going to check the screw to the sprocket. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So remove the two screws that hold the plastic cover on. So what we're going to check for is we're going to check the cup drop screw at the bottom, and we're going to make sure that the pin is tight to the sprocket. And what we're going to do is we're just going to wiggle it a little bit. So when you wiggle the screw, you should see the sprocket moving, and the pin should not pivot inside the sprocket. And so you're just going to check them all. And if everything looks okay, you're going to put your tool on the cup drop. So depending on the size of your cup, you might have to lift your cup drop up. So there's 4 thumb screws right underneath it. You're just going to raise it up a little bit. So what we're going to do is, and then also want to check the deflection of your chain. You should have about 1/4 inch of deflection. If you have more than that at any point, then your chain is too loose. If your chain is too loose, you loosen this screw and then make sure the chain is in the sprocket all the way, and all the sprockets rather, and then you're going to put a little bit of tension on, push the tensioner forward and retighten the screw. If everything at that point looks pretty good, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate, we're going to put the machine in manual mode. We're going to use the start button as a jog button. We're going to jog the machine forward. So just as the table comes to a stop, and then just as the sweep arm starts to move forward, we're going to stop at that point. We're going to rotate our screws so all the lead ends on the top of the on top here, so all the lead ends so you can see them. So you're just going to rotate them so you can see all the leads for the top of the cup. We're going to check all the screws. If one of them's not, if you can't see one of them, rotate it counterclockwise till you can see the lead in. So at this point, we're going to grab our tool. We want the pin side up. So these guide pins are going to go in the center of all the screws, and then these pins are what we're going to rotate the screw to. So if you can get a good shot there, we're going to slide that in here. So at this point, your cup drop tool should be flat to the screws, and then you're going to rotate your screws counterclockwise until they stop and rest on the pins. This one, and then this one. So at that point, we're going to remove our cup drop tool. Now your cup drop is set as far as the synchronization of the screws. So then we're going to reinstall the cover, put the screws back in. So when you tighten these up, they should be snug, but they don't have to be gorilla tight. And then we're going to put the cup drop sleeves back in. So at this point, we're going to load, I don't know, half a sleeve or so of cups into the chute. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the height of the cup drop. If your machine's in manual mode, use the start button as a jog button. And we're going to rotate the machine around until we see a cup coming out of the bottom of it. So right here, at this point, your cup is coming down, your table's coming around to be in the right position, and we're going to stop a little bit short, and then we're going to adjust the height of our cup drop. So we're going to loosen the thumb screws, watch your fingers so you don't pinch yourself, And then we're gonna let this down till we're about 1/4, 3/16 of an inch away from the bottom of the cup, to the top of that nest. So after we do that, tighten all your screws down, make sure they're good and secure. Your cup drop should be set. So now we're gonna, by using the jog button, we're gonna drop, I don't know, half a dozen cups or so, and make sure our cup drop is working right. So you'll notice as it comes around, you have clearance right there, and then the cup will drop right in there.